Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode. I am here with Birgit Bley, who is the head nutritionist at the Buchinger Wilhelmi Clinic. My name is Leo Wilhelmi. I am the managing director of the Buchinger Wilhelmi Clinic in Germany. And today we're going to talk about a topic that is very much on the mind of everybody who has ever fasted with the Buchinger Wilhelmi protocol. The Buchinger Wilhelmi protocol has not only the fasting period where you reduce your food and you're on the fasting protocol, but there's always before a digestive rest day, so something that makes you transition into fasting. Then there's a fasting, and then afterwards there is the realimentation or the regeneration phase where you are slowly readapted to the food, and you sort of end your fast with this period. To give you a quick example of a 10-day fasting experience at the Buchinger Wilhelmi Clinic, the first day is the digestive rest day. You have a laxative that sort of empties out your digestive system. Then you have the fasting, and then for approximately 6 days, and then you have a 3-day realimentation period at the end of your fast. So a very important part of the Buchinger Wilhelmi fasting protocol. This program has been invented by my great grandfather Otto Buchinger almost 100 years ago, and has since then been scientifically documented and scientifically adapted, but in the essence, it has still stayed the way it has been designed almost 100 years ago. So it's a very particular situation, because usually something is researched or scientifically documented and then applied. In this way, it's been turned around, it's been applied, and then afterwards scientifically documented to be something essential and a necessity for everybody who wants to have a positive fasting experience. So today we're going to talk about these two special protocols of the fasting. And a lot of people have been asking us questions: how do you do it properly? What should you watch out for? So I'm very happy to talk today to the expert here at the Buchinger Wilhelmi Clinic, Birgit Bley, who together with the doctors always adapt the program to every patient who comes here to find the best starting point and the best realimentation program for a fasting experience. So Birgit, let's start with a simple question. Before I fast, I have a digestive rest day. Most of the people who come here probably think, oh, I'm going to come and I'm going to start right away with my fasting. And if they haven't properly prepared themselves, they might wonder, why do I have a digestive rest day? Maybe you can answer that question. Why do we have a digestive rest day, and what does a digestive rest day look like here?
Yeah, thank you, Leo, for having me. It's a pleasure, and yeah, that's very important that you're not going from 100 to 0. And this is what we are doing here. We are preparing the people for the fasting, which is a very important day. Otto Buchinger, he really suggested to have 2 days, not only one. And but today everything is a bit more speedy, so we do it in 1 day. It's all about the shift into ketosis, and ketosis is not the easiest metabolism, or the switch is not so easy. There is something we call ketosis flu, and you have a bit of headache because you're losing a lot of water and these kind of things. So and that's why it is so important to prepare oneself for the fasting. But I can tell you, there are more and more people asking me, so how can I prepare myself before the fasting? And of course, it's good to have before the week before a vegetarian or vegan diet, and then it's much easier for you to dive into the fasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've talked about the ketosis state in a different episode. So if you would like to know more about that, you can watch the other episode or listen to the podcast. The So if I understand correctly, it's all about sort of transitioning from one metabolism into the other. And this transition, if you do it abruptly, so if you start from one day to the other, it can be that the change of metabolism sort of makes you have certain negative side effects. So if you compose your transition with a meal or a digestive rest day, it's sort of easing the switch.
Yeah.
What does the digestive rest day look like? How can I imagine what do I get to eat on that day?
So what you get eaten on that day is probably lots of vegetables, which are prepared here without any salt and fat, just to give you the body also a certain relaxing situation. Maybe you can also have fruits in summertime. It's a good way. It's appropriate way to have a day of fruit, a kilo and a half. And that also already changes something. But mainly we serve vegetables here. Yeah.
Okay, wow. So I get so this is sort of like I eat normally, then I arrive here, and then I go into this digestive rest day, which is sort of a in-between state between the fasting and the normal nutrition I would have. And it sort of gives me, it sort of prepares my whole body and my metabolism for the switch into fasting or into ketosis, if you like.
Also mentally, I mean, it's important,
Okay.
from full plate to nothing. I mean, you need the in between, and sometimes I can see the fear in the eyes of the people to what's going on if I'm not nourished anymore. And then it's helpful to talk to each other and to say, well, everything will be fine, no worries. Here is a lot of stuff around that has a lot of experience with the fasting, and nothing will happen. You're in a safe environment.
Yeah, you sort of
And that's
calm people down.
Yeah, it's very
That's
important.
a very interesting point to have a certain preparation day before you start your fast. Okay, wow. So just very quickly, the fasting. So you are in the fasting, which is a different metabolism. You get different nutrients and certain foods also. What do they look like? So just to have a quick idea of a fasting.
In the fasting, it's liquids, and we serve vegetable broth, which is full of vegetables or the minerals of the vegetables. And there is also freshly pressed juices. And then if you need, there is something like yogurts, can be any kind, cow or sheep, goat, whatever, are your needs. And this is, that's it probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much calories does a digestive rest day have
The
approximately?
digestive rest day, to get prepared, is approximately 600 calories, and during the fasting you're running on 200. Yeah.
Okay, so then I have the digestive rest day. I had sort of a mental preparation. I had a smaller plate. It's sort of a de-acceleration also of somebody who arrived, for example, at the clinic and starts the protocol. Then I am in the fasting, and then I stop my fast. So how can I imagine this transition into normal eating again at home?
Yeah.
So what does that look like?
So people usually, they come very relaxed again back to the dining room.
Okay.
And we burn a candle for them. It's like birthday, but we get younger. The cells have an enormous benefit. You even start building up new stem cells. What a huge benefit for the body. And we even know from scientific research that you build up new cells in your bones. So, and this is a very important period, and you should not do too many mistakes and lose these beneficial effects, because all the food you're eating is the fuel, is the material for the new cells you're building up. And that's why we keep on telling people, so please stay away from alcohol, which is very important, because it...
How long should I stay
At
away?
least 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Because that is irritating the microbiome. And also here you have a very important benefit. After the fasting, you build up new flora, and we have a lot of research done lately, how important for our immune system, for our health, is this microbiome. And there is also another thing you should stay away, is the meat. Also, again, 2 weeks, not the easiest way or the easiest thing for many people, but therefore we have the cooking classes. We offer 3 cooking classes a week, where we give a lot of recipes, and people can adapt to a bit more of a vegetarian and healthier diet.
Wow. So in fasting, I sort of I lose weight, I burn fat, structures in the so cellular structures that are a bit damaged get used as energy, sort of get depleted. And then after the fasting, I have a stem cell activation where I also regenerate so I create new cellular structures. And for this period, it's very important to have the proper diet. There's one thing that I always hear, is that people want to fast longer and want to shorten their realimentation period. What do you tell them?
Yeah, they shorten the period, and then at the airport already, or the next station, they say, oh, well, let's have something. There is a very nice saying, it's very easy. Everybody, any fool can go on a fast, but it takes a wise person to break it properly. And I think that's...
To readapt,
yeah. And that's very... I think we all had these temptations already when we stop fasting, and then we are invited, and what to do now? But it's really, each cell that you're building up has a double layer of fat in the outer parts. So that's why we keep on telling people, please have a source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is for us the linseed oil. We give olive oil, we have the nuts, so that's very important that you use this high quality material for these effects of the fasting, or for the building up the new cells.
So can you actually say that it's as important to realimentate properly as to fast? And if you have a wrong realimentation and you restart the bad behavior, your bad habits you might have, that you can decrease the positive effects of a fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And there's so many people who are eating so much in restaurants and ready-made food, which is really not recommended after a fasting. You should really stay on lots of vegetables and salads, and here it's easy. You just need to sit down and
we tell us,
prepare it.
How does it look like? What is the protocol? I stopped my fast. How do I stop my fast? What are the days and the steps of a realimentation?
So first of all, we give you something more to chew. Could be an apple, or could be some other vegetables, and you start chewing again. And this is also very some people say, well, it's amazing to chew again and have because the taste buds are so clear, and an apple is very nice taste, and people say, well, I never had a better apple like this. And also then we have some spinach, for example, we have salads, we have lettuce, and this is what the meals are consisting of. And
they slowly increase in calories and volume and
not necessarily. Most people stay with an 800 calories diet because they're really profiting from a very low hunger. And others who may have a very fast metabolism, of course, they need a bit more. So we increase. So there is a difference. We don't do everything the same thing for every person. I think that's also needs to be adapted. And yeah, slowly you're increasing, and you get prepared for the bit harder proteins to digest, because you are not able to digest meat in the beginning. That's just not. I mean, this is really also dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for describing the importance of properly starting your fast with a digestive rest day. We've learned that it's mentally and also physically for the body a good preparation into a fast, and the drop into the different metabolism is not so abrupt, so you switch easier into this metabolism. And then during a fast, the body uses up old cell structures, material, burns fat, and goes into a mode of high regeneration after a fast. And for that, you need the right food, the right materials to actually rebuild, to rejuvenate your body.
Yeah.
And that there you can, the whole capitalization of a good fasting experience comes from a proper reelementation.
Yeah.
So you should never decrease the days of reelementation for a longer fast, but the contrary is actually wiser, is to have a good reelementation is key for a successful fast. So, and I like the saying that you said that every fool can fast, but only a wise man can do a proper reelementation. So thank you very much for joining us. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe, leave a positive comment. We're very happy to feedback. And we're going to cover lots of other different topics in the next episode. So stay tuned. And thank you very much for watching and for listening.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Birgit.